Mr. Jacobs, the future of sports is a main topic at SPOBIS 18. What do you think are the most important changes in technology and other things in the future of sports?
Well, I think the thing you really need to pay attention to in the future of sports is not so much the individual technology changes, the things that are emerging, but the rate of change. So things are happening so fast that as we even talk about new scoreboards for our venues, our biggest concern is that by the time it goes up, it'll be obsolete. So trying to anticipate where things are headed and understand best how to position yourself to be ready to take advantage of them when they surface, that's the real key. So we do see some really interesting things, genetic engineering, things of that nature that raise a lot of eyebrows. But the more important piece of that is to start asking the right questions. What does that mean to our sport? How are we going to regulate that? Is that an athlete or not an athlete? Somebody's been enhanced in some way. What does that do to competition overall? And those are sort of the deeper questions that, as team owners and facility operators, we really need to be focused on, so that we're prepared when the time comes to deal with it.
Many clubs try to develop their stadiums and arenas into an entertainment place. How could this development help to keep even the youngest fans interested in live sports?
So it's a very important question, because as we all spend a lot of money on our venues and develop our properties, we need to be focused on what the millennials and the next generation of fans are interested in. I like to describe it as Starbucks generation. They want their coffee their way, and there's 1,000 different ways they can have it. So as we develop our venues, we need to keep in mind that we have to offer a variety of options for fans to engage, not the least of which is we're seeing a real trend of people not actually going into the stadium or arena, but staying outside, watching the event on a large screen, and just participating in a whole different sort of environment. And the interesting part about that is it's not actually decreasing attendance in the stadium. So we're seeing it be accretive. We're seeing more and more people watching and engaging in sports, as long as we keep offering different options and ways for them to engage. That's real important.
Each of the big 4 sports leagues in the US is the best all over the world. In Europe, 3 or maybe 4 football leagues compete to be the best. A Premier League in England is said to be at pole position. Is it possible in the future that in Europe also only one league in football will get all the greatest players and influence in football?
I don't know. We'll find out. But it's I like to explain in the U.S. that we think that the NFL is the sport that everybody's interested in. And I said, you just have to go over to Europe and watch a little soccer, and you'll understand how small the NFL actually is on the world stage. And so I think that there's a feeling among the ownership in the NFL, in the United States NFL, that they can come to Europe and have a major presence. I'm not so sure that's been proven yet. But the NBA, very interestingly, getting into Asia and into China, they've done an excellent job of positioning their product for expansion and growth. And the NBA is popular in Australia, it's popular throughout Australasia, and so they have a real market. The NFL, they have to, get ready for a real battle, because to try and take control of Europe for football that's something different. That's going to be a bigger challenge.